We have been generating 100 crore plus monthly revenue for our brands, and 90% of the sale always comes from Meta. But why? So we thought Instagram ads must be better, or the audience on the Instagram must be better. But actually the answer was not that simple. And rather than making an assumption, we started investing. We interviewed multiple D2C founders just to figure out what was the reasons behind this. Which of the two platforms generates more revenue?
Instagram. If
Instagram disappeared tomorrow, will it actually affect your business?
Definitely business will go slightly down. The graph will go down. हमारा business 90% कम हो जाएगा. That is the exact question that keeps any D2C founder up at night. Hence, we've started offlining or expanding offline.
Every single founder that we talked to said if Instagram disappeared tomorrow, the business will be dead. The 90% of the revenue will come to zero, and the dependency on Instagram was extremely high. And it is not just the brand side, it is also the customer side. For a customer, if Instagram will not existed, 110% the buying behavior of a consumer will also go down. So how big a platform can actually influence your buying decision on Instagram? But this video is not about how Instagram is influencing. This video is about what is the primary difference between Instagram and YouTube. And I ask you, when was the last time you purchased a fashion product from YouTube and not from Instagram? So this brings me to the first thing, that is discovery versus intent. So far we have discussed about the brand psychology. Now let's talk about the customer psychology, because they are the really one who is making that buying decision. So we came across a very interesting fact. In European Union, Meta actually introduced no ad subscription for all their users. Very similar to what YouTube has been doing for a long time now. And the fact was only 0.5% of the Meta user were actually opting for that subscription. Whereas on YouTube, that number is 10%. There was a 20 times difference of people who don't want to consume ads on YouTube, whereas on Meta. And I was very curious, how is this possible? And that's actually concluded in a very beautiful way, that is discovery versus intent. So now I tell you the customer psychology of it. So see, whenever you consume a content on YouTube, a thumbnail appears, you see, and whichever thumbnail you like the most, you click on that given video and consume it. So that content is highly intent driven. You have chosen to consume that content. That content is not being given to you randomly. Whereas on Instagram, when you are on an Instagram scroll, and it's an infinite scroll, you keep on scrolling, and it will never end. Every other content that is gonna come, you don't know which content it will be. The algorithm predicts at which content you will like, and it shows you that content. And that's the huge difference in both the platform customer psychology. Because on YouTube, whenever you choose to consume a content and an ad appears, it feels interrupted. For example, you are consuming a video of Mercedes car review and your intent is hair, and an ad appears. That ad relevancy is here. So the relevancy difference of a content that you're consuming and the ad that gets appear is very big different. But whereas on Meta, a random reel appears and then a random ad also appears, and you have a choice to immediately scroll. So it does not feel interrupted, it feels discovered. And that's a huge difference, because now on Meta, when a random ad appears, it feels relevant to you, to the content that you're already consuming, and people engage more with the ads on that. But the biggest question comes, YouTube Shorts. Because YouTube also have a same pattern, infinite scroll, random content coming, very strong algorithm. But still you will always choose to buy fashion only from Instagram, not from YouTube Shorts. And still the answer remains the same. And we were like, dude, how to solve it? So we investigated more, we talked to more brand owners, we talked to our entire team, trying to figure out what can be that exact reason. But the answer was neither with the consumer or with the brand. The answer was with the mediator, the content creators who actually influence people to buy the products every single day. So now, so far what we figured out was a long format video and an Instagram reel is a primary difference of that interruption versus discovery. And that was the reason why everybody was buying from Instagram but not from YouTube. But since YouTube has also now Shorts, which is exactly similar to Instagram, but still YouTube is not able to deliver. And the reason is creator economy. So the real difference between both the platform is creator economy. The fashion creators are the one, and is the reason why people buy fashion from Instagram. It's neither to do with algorithm, it's neither to do with the UI, it's neither to do with the how Meta is showing you the ads. It's all about the creators, and that is something that Meta has developed with the time. I want to ask you, do you remember any fashion or lifestyle creator who is big on YouTube but not on Instagram? Very difficult to say, because every time you think lifestyle, every time you come upon Instagram, not YouTube. In this section, I'm also going to tell you how Google is trying to replicate that creator economy in Google also by spending tons of money as a platform. So when we talk to these creators, we actually ask, Ki, if you wanted to start today again, which platform will you choose? Is it YouTube or Instagram?
Instagram.
Insta only.
Instagram only.
I think Instagram only. Yeah. I think the quality of your content matters. The way your personality matters. The way you speak, that matters. So I think for me, Instagram has been the most fruitful.
हम स्क्रॉल करते हैं 30 सेकंड्स में हम बहुत मैसिव ऑडियंस तक पहुंच सकते हैं, वही रील्स के साथ है, बिकॉज अपॉर्चुनिटीज आई थिंक इंस्टाग्राम से अनलॉक ज्यादा होती है.
अगर मैं इन्फ्लुएंसर नहीं भी हूँ तो भी इंस्टा यूट्यूब सबके पेज पे मतलब फोन में रहता ही है, तो रील्स देख के लोग ना बहुत जल्दी इन्फ्लुएंस हो जाते हैं कि यार ये तो मैं भी बना सकती हूँ, ये तो मैं भी कर सकती हूँ. यूट्यूब पे लोगों ने वैसे भी बहुत ज्यादा हाइप अप कर दिया कि इतना मुश्किल है, नहीं हो पाता.
Every single one of them said Instagram. They were very bullish about that entire Instagram ecosystem, because now the Instagram ecosystem is very solid proof. The brands are also pumping a lot of money to the creators to get the videos done. The creators are also making a ton of content on Instagram to get that sort of views, and the audience on Instagram are also used to get that fashion videos, and that is why the real difference comes, and that is why the short versus reel discussion ends, and that's because of a creator economy. And now Google is also trying to develop that creator economy. So now I will be telling you how Google is trying to replicate this entire creator economy that Meta has developed organically and naturally amongst the last 5 years. So one of our brands named TIGC got a deal from Google Ads saying, as a Google platform, we will be giving you 30 videos from influencers free of cost. They will not be charging any money. So Google will be giving 30 videos to TIGC, but TIGC has to spend 5 lakh rupees per month on these 30 videos on Google platform on YouTube. Now what will happen? First, the 5 lakh that TIGC is spending on Google, this 5 lakh will be going to the creators. So creator will be earning money from the YouTube. Second, TIGC will have a habit of actually spending on the Google on the creator videos. So let's assume from a Google standpoint, उन्होंने 10 ब्रांड के साथ सेम चीज करी और 10 में से 2 ब्रांड पे सक्सेस हो गया, रोआस आना स्टार्ट हो गया, रेवेन्यू आना स्टार्ट हो गया. नाउ दोस 2 ब्रांड विल फॉरएवर कीप ऑन स्पेंडिंग देयर मनी ऑन यूट्यूब, एंड दैट्स हाउ द क्रिएटर इकोनॉमी विल स्टार्ट ग्रोइंग. प्लस since creator is now getting money from a YouTube platform by creating videos on YouTube directly from the brands, creator will also have a very high intent to make content on YouTube. And this is something which has happened naturally across the time, because see, it's not like YouTube does not have their audience. If I want to make a purchase of a phone, laptop or a car, I'll definitely go to YouTube and I'll go for it. But that are the product types that where YouTube actually wins. But YouTube is in a war to actually win this one also, and that is how big these two giants are. So now see how creator economy actually impacts. When you're using Instagram, you keep on getting a lot of fashionable content, and let's say you're getting 5 fashionable content, and the 6th ad that you get of a D2C brand, which is also fashion, feels more relevant. It does not feel disconnected. Whereas on YouTube, when you keep on scrolling the shorts, the fashionable content is actually very less, and a fashion ad, when it appears, it feels disrupted, interrupted and weird. And that is why the creator economy plays a very huge role when it comes to fashion and lifestyle. And the third point where I feel Instagram is actually killing it is social proof. So we did a very exciting experiment. We actually asked people.
I'll tell you a brand name. आपको इसके बारे में सोच करना है. Let's see what will be your first step. But उसके लिए you have 60 seconds. You need to search about that. Okay. Your time starts now. How was it?
I love the designs, mainly on the Insta page.
Okay, so सबसे पहले आपने Instagram में क्यों open किया?
I mean, like habitual है.
कितने मिनट हम चेक कर सकते हैं कि क्या ब्रांड क्या बेच रहा है, क्या क्वालिटी है।
Instagram ज़्यादा लोग चलाते हैं इसलिए
60 सेकंड में सारे रिव्यू आ जाते हैं।
Because brands mostly they have their page, you know, collaborations and all. So yeah.
Majority of the people were actually opening Instagram to check how many followers the brand has, what type of content they create, whether I should go with this brand or not, this brand type is for me or not, मेरा vibe match होता है इस brand से या नहीं होता है. And that actually concluded everything. And the same POV was also for the brand. When we start researching that how many content a brand posts on YouTube versus Instagram was extremely high. So our observation was, till a brand reaches a good revenue like 50 lakhs, 1 crore rupees per month, for them YouTube is something that they don't care about posting content. They only start posting content on these platforms after they reach a certain level. So let's take an example of some trending brands. So as you can see on my screen, underneath has posted a 401 post on Instagram with 533k followers, whereas on YouTube they are doing 140k subscribers only with 329 posts. The posting is also relatively close, but as you can see, the follower difference is massive. It's a 3-time difference, and this is the brand which has done exceptionally well. Now let's take an example of one of our brands that we have been working with, is Raki Jewel. Now on Instagram they have 464k followers, whereas on YouTube it is only 3.8k, and it's a massive difference. So the brand as well as the consumer both are going to Instagram as in social proof, whereas YouTube is more about information, YouTube is more about informative videos rather than acting as a social proof. So now talking about the solution. So the verdict is 100% Instagram has cracked how fashion sells on the platform, whereas YouTube is trying very hard to build that ecosystem around it. Because fundamentally both the platform has what it has, but natural force, that is the creator, is something that YouTube has to create, and I feel it will take its own time to develop. It is not an easy process, especially after talking to multiple creators. So coming to the solution, so if you're a brand just starting, it's a no-brainer, just start with your Instagram ads, because it is much easier to crack compared to a YouTube Shorts. Whereas when the brand scale, the dependency on Meta becomes extremely harmful, because when we ask the brand owners ki if Instagram is not available today, India had a war with USA and Instagram gets shut down, what will happen? And the brand was actually scared, because the entire revenue that they are sitting on will completely keep on coming and dying down. So that is where you need to make sure that the traffic, the audience awareness that you are trying to create is always omni-channel. It is not just Meta ads dependent. So there are multiple ways you can do it. For example, for us, we make this YouTube video and always the intent is to make sure that the people know that we are there in the market. We don't run paid advertisements on Meta. This is our way to make that awareness happen. Whereas a lot of brands have actually cracked it. For example, Shantanu, the barber shop. The reason of making him content is 110% to build their top of the funnel. Recently, he also posted that on one of our Instagram reels.
I do podcasts and Marathi content, etc. with the view that the more you see, the more you kind of get some endearment towards my face. That endearment towards my face will lead to some kind of purchase in the future. That's the bet I'm making. It's nothing more or less than that.
I am making videos so that on the top of the mind of people mind, there is a brand called Bombay Shaving Company which is always there, and he admitted it in front of the people. So always make sure you have an omni-channel business in terms of distribution, in terms of viewership, not just Meta ad dependent, because the way things are growing, the way the competitors are coming, the supply is happening, it's ultra expensive. The CPS will keep on getting high and the ROAS will keep on getting down. You need to have a good viewership and you make content for both the point of view. So right now, a lot of brands are only making content for discovery led, not intent led. So intent based content actually helps to get a very high quality audience. So for example, if you're selling fashion or if you're selling sarees, you should make a content like, these are the 5 best ways to tie a sari during the wedding, or these are the 5 best designs that you should wear for your next party, something like that. So this is an intent based audience, and 110% the people who are consuming the content will be getting aware about your brand and will make a conversion one day. So yeah, if you're watching the video so far, I'm sure you must know what is a fundamental difference between Instagram as a platform and YouTube as a platform. And it's a very beautiful journey of fashion, and it's a very beautiful case study how naturally and strategically Instagram has cracked fashion in India whereas YouTube is still struggling to solve. So yeah, I hope you liked the video. It was very informative. We also learned a lot. So take care and have a nice day. I'm also attaching one of our Instagram reel which we created 3 months back, saying how as a brand you can build your top of the funnel other than meta ads. So do watch that video and it will definitely help.